Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Matthew Makovich and Bill Januszewski of M&P Presentations. Welcome to M&P in Under 3 Virtual Summit Edition. Our very special guest is the incredible and talented
Steve Gadlin.
Steve Gadlin. All right, Steve, question number one. Would you rather have Bratwursts for fingers or Long Johns for ears?
Oh, absolutely Bratwursts for fingers. They're still completely usable.
Perfect.
What'd you say? All right, question number two. You can only have access to one app for the rest of your life. What app do you use?
Safari.
Oh, interesting approach. I like that. Next up, what was the last radio station that you played in your car?
WBEZ 91.5 Chicago Public Radio.
Woo! All right. Question number four. If you accidentally needed a new co-host for Talking Funny, would you rather have Matt or myself, Phil, be your co-host, and why, even though you barely know us?
Yeah, I think Matt has a longer history with the show, brings some institutional knowledge, so I'm going to have to go with Matt there.
Oh, man, life is good.
Very valuable knowledge.
Next up, Steve, would you rather approach your friend about their terrible body odor or tell them that they have toilet paper hanging from their shoe?
Oh, I'll tell them both things, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether or not they're true, that's just how I say hello. So,
Question six. The best pizza place to go, in your opinion?
Pequod's, the one that's on the north, up in the north suburbs for their $4.95 lunch special. It's the greatest deal in lunch on the entire planet.
Down the street from the Kitty Cafe, too. You could pet a cat afterwards.
Draw me a cat, Steve. Next up, you have a day completely to yourself, start to finish. What do you do?
I get in the car, I go someplace strange and new. I find a really boring looking place and I just sit down and probably thumb around on my phone for a while. I take in the lack of responsibility and then head back to the grind the next day.
Love it.
All right. If you were to give your family a nickname, what would its nickname be?
The Gadlins.
Creative. I like that one a lot.
I get that.
I like that one a lot. Next up, a time or an example when you were bored out of your mind.
Oh, goodness.
Right now?
Yeah, tonight doesn't count.
No, I took a class for something that was called like UAL or some acronym for some methodology for designing computer programming. And during the whole class, I was watching my phone because I had tried to get on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This was years and years ago, and had answered all the questions right on the touch tone test and knew that between those hours, I might get a phone call saying I was on the show. So I was sitting through this terribly boring class, staring at my phone, wishing for something to rescue me, and that call never came. But joke's on them, because years later, I got on the show anyway.
And Phil, because of that answer, I stopped the clock because it's our show and we could do whatever we want. So the next questions. Go ahead, Phil.
Say you're going to have a host 5 famous people for dinner. What do you make for them?
I make steaks, and I make them in a cast iron. I finish them off in the oven, and I make a red wine reduction sauce.
Oh, that's like a steak Diane.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Steve, what is your recipe for being unstoppable?
Oh, probably a hefty dose of mental illness, an obsessive need for external validation, and younger sibling syndrome.
Steve Gadlin, you are unstoppable, my friend. Thank you for being on M&P in Under 3. Check Steve out at the summit. Let's do it!